A former Tesla employee has expressed concerns about the safety of Tesla's self-driving cars, claiming they are not ready for public roads. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Tax Tidbits. My name is Jack Rivas and we're going to start today's episode with Tesla, where an employee who leaked data including customer complaints about the company's braking and self-driving software to a German newspaper in May has this week spoken to the BBC after their initial attempts were ignored. They believe that the hardware and software produced for the self-driving vehicles are not ready for public use and have revealed evidence suggesting that safety requirements for this technology were not followed. However, according to Tesla's own published data, customers using Autopilot experienced a crash roughly every 5 million miles travelled compared to 1.5 million miles for those not using the self-driving features. These claims have raised doubts over the use of AI on public roads and could see changes to the regulatory framework. Train drivers have voted to extend their strike action for the next 6 months in an ongoing dispute over pay, with a 9-day industrial action taking place between December 1st and 9th. Mick Whelan, the union's General Secretary, emphasised that their determination for sustained action due to the lack of pay increases for members over almost 5 years. Drivers argue that with the soaring cost of living and no pay rises since 2019, expecting them to work as hard for less in real terms is unrealistic. The Rail Minister has criticised the union for not presenting an offer to its members and causing disruption during the festive period, while highlighting that the current offer would raise the average train driver's salary from just over £59,000 to £65,000 per year for a 35-hour, 4-day week. The UN Climate Change Conference in Dubai is showing signs of a breakthrough. The hosting UAE negotiation team has expressed cautious optimism that COP28 may commit to phasing down or even entirely abandoning fossil fuels over the coming decades. Despite the irony of holding a climate conference in an oil-rich state, the UAE's president of COP28 is pushing for a phase-out, emphasising the need to address the main source of climate change. His efforts have not been widely reported, but there are indications that more than 100 countries, including the US and the EU, are open to a phase-out fossil fuels. However, Saudi Arabia, the world's second largest producer of oil and gas, remains a significant hurdle. While the outcome remains uncertain, the UAE's push for a phase-out marks a notable shift in climate discussions. A survey by the Programme for International Student Assessment, aka PISA, has revealed that teenagers in the UK are more than likely to skip meals due to poverty compared to other Western European countries. Approximately 11% of UK pupils reported missing at least one meal a week, higher than the average of 8%. The PISA report emphasises the global food crisis affecting families worldwide and hindering millions of students, including those from affluent nations, from accessing regular meals. While countries like Portugal, Finland and the Netherlands had less than 3% of teenagers skipping meals due to financial constraints, the figure rose to 11% in the UK and Lithuania, 13% in the US and 19% in Turkey. The report highlights the impact of hunger on effective learning and academic performance and raises concerns for the increased food poverty experienced in the UK. Renters in London have faced an increase to bidding wars recently, causing more than 500,000 tenants across England to miss out on securing properties due to competing higher offers. Rising demand has made it harder for renters to secure a property. Currently, letting agents receive around 25 requests to see each available property, whereas before the pandemic it was 6. The heightened demand is fueling bidding wars, compelling some tenants to resort to taking out loans to offer larger upfront payments in their attempts to outbid rivals. The Labour Party is urging the government to ban these bidding wars through the Renters Reform Bill currently going through Parliament, which will crack down on measures such as no-fault evictions. Thank you so much for joining us in today's episode of Tax Tidbits, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on our future uploads. We will see you next time.